Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Venus and Adonis, and today we're going to take a look at stanzas 93 to 96 where things are getting juicy. Maybe tell the kids to leave the room if there are kids, unless the kids are studying this like for school and need to know what this is all about, in which case the more the merrier. So Venus has been trying to woo Adonis, and he's been trying to hold her off as best he can, and she fainted, and he tried to resuscitate her, which came in the form of a kiss, which now that they've tasted each other, it's like the seal is broken. So he was like, I'm too young to get involved in all this love stuff, so, it's nighttime anyway, we should say goodnight, and if you do that, I'll give you one more kiss. So she says goodnight, and then instantly kisses him, and now that they're actually kissing, not just resuscitation kind of kissing, now that they're actually into it, they're both kind of getting into it, and she's not really letting him go. She's got him wrapped up in her arms, and he tries to pull back, but then he goes for it again, and they fall to the ground, and they're getting tangled up in each other. And stanza 93 picks up saying, "And having felt the sweetness of the spoil, with blindfold fury she begins to forage. Her face doth reek and smoke, her blood doth boil, and careless lust stirs up a desperate courage. Planting oblivion, beating reason back, forgetting shame's pure blush and honor's rack. Hot, faint, and weary with her heart embracing, like a wild bird being tamed with too much handling, or as the fleet-foot roe that's tired with chasing, or like the froward infant stilled with dandling, he now obeys, and now no more resisteth, while she takes all she can, not all she listeth. What wax so frozen but dissolves with tempering, and yields at last to every light impression? Things out of hope are compassed oft with venturing, chiefly in love, whose leave exceeds commission. Affection faints not, like a pale-faced coward, but then woos best when most his choice is froward. When he did frown, and she then gave over, such nectar from his lips she had not sucked. Foul words and frowns must not repel a lover. What, though the rose have prickles, yet 'tis plucked? Were beauty under 20 locks kept fast, yet love breaks through and picks them all at last." So they did it. They copulated. That's what this whole thing is about. So they're kind of, the first stanza is how they're kind of going at it while they're down on the ground, and it's getting more and more passionate. And by the second of these stanzas, his defenses are just worn down, and he gives in, and the two of them go ahead and consummate this relationship. She has her way with him. And then the third and fourth stanzas here are saying, there's nothing that can't be worn down with time. It doesn't matter how frozen the wax is, eventually it's going to melt and take any impression. And, sort of why not? And why not chase love? And the last stanza is maybe a little bit disturbing, especially in a world today of no means no. But the last stanza is sort of saying, if she had just walked away when he said no, then she wouldn't have gotten to enjoy him like this. And the line, "Foul words and frowns must not repel a lover," we might want to rethink that these days. But it goes on to say, roses, which are beautiful but have thorns, but we pick them anyway and give them to people as tokens of love because they're beautiful. So it's sort of talking about her persistence in pursuing him, and how pretty much anybody and anything can eventually be worn down to the point where it gives in. And in these stanzas, he was worn down and he gave in, and the two of them have sex on the ground right there. And we will get to hear more about the aftermath of this coupling in the future stanzas. So I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.